that he does in our community. They log on and they go in service. In service. In service to their community, they go. They perform their duties throughout the day for their community. They are guardians, helpers, protectors, bringers of wisdom. Yet unfortunately, sometimes they don't see the end of their shifts. Because of their life of service, while in service, they lose their life in the line of duty. And when this happens, their colleagues and community members remember. We remember. And today we remember the peacemakers, the peacekeepers, the peace officers. Today we will remember them in a ceremony that we have performed in every single, as far as I know, and can remember, Peace Be Still, where we light a candle in honor of the fallen officer. I will be joined by Officer Castile. We will light the candle, and he will stand guard over the fallen officer, which is how law enforcement, firefighters, everybody do when you lose someone in the line of duty. There is someone from the service by their life honoring their service until the day they are laid in the ground. So we will symbolize that today. Officer Castile will be standing here throughout the entire ceremony to remind you of what we are doing this for those who have given their lives in the line of duty. So one moment we'll light the candle, and then I'll read the names. Please stand in reverence to our fallen officers. Right now we are having a moment of silence for those officers who may have died as a result of their service, but maybe not in the line of duty. Oftentimes they are unrecognized. We are recognizing them today. Today we also recognize Detective Justin Michael Terry of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. His end of watch, which means the last day he was on shift and breathed his last breath, was June 10th, 2022. We recognize Police Officer Jason Timothy Swanger, also of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. His end of watch was June 24th, 2021. We recognize Lieutenant Eric Larson Lloyd, also of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, whose end of watch was July 29th, 2020. We recognize Police Officer, and remember, Police Officer Charleston Vernon Hartfield, whose end of watch was 1 October during the Route 91 We recognize Las Vegas Officer Igor Soldo and Officer Alan Ronnie Beck, who lost their lives on June 8th, 2014, while taking a lunch break on duty. We recognize Police Officer David Lee Van Buskirk, whose end of watch was July 23rd, 2013, who lost his life while performing a rescue in the middle of our desert. We recognize Police Officer Trevor Allen Nettleton, who lost his life November 19th, 2009. And Police Officer Milburn Wilbur Biden III, who lost his life October 8th, 2009. We recognize Police Officer James Latrell Manor, who lost his life on May 7th, 2009 in an automobile crash while en route to a bogus 911 domestic violence call. We recognize Sergeant Henry Prendez, who lost his life on February 1st, 2006. He also lost his life in a domestic violence situation where he was gunned down by an automatic weapon and his troops were unable to save him before he passed away. We recognize Detective Chad William Parquet of the North Las Vegas Police Department. His end of watch was January 7th, 2017. We recognize Trooper Micah David May of the Nevada State Police Department of Highway Patrol, whose end of watch was July 29th, 2021, and he died while laying spike strips in the road. We recognize Sergeant Benjamin Michael Jenkins, also of the Highway Patrol in Nevada, and his end of watch was March 27th, 2020. Any other names I may have forgotten or were not mentioned, Lord, we lift them up to you also. And today we honor them, we stand guard for them, and we thank you for their lives. Amen.
Amen.